Hi, it's Lipstick Al. Thanks so much for watching today. I'm trying some new drugstore products, some that caught my eye. One of them is going to be this. This is the Hydrating CC Cream from e.l.f. This is their new kind of hydrating version. I tried the other one that was matte, was it last year, year before? And I ended up decluttering it because it was a little too much for my mature skin. The other thing that I got, and I haven't even swatched them yet, are these guys. These are new from NYX. These are the Pro Fix Stick. There's concealer and there's corrector. And you know I'm always trying to find a way to hide these bad boys. So that's what we're getting into today. I'll make sure and link everything in the description box down below, and just keep in mind that those are affiliate links. All right, so I think maybe what I'm gonna start with is this. I got the pale pink because it looked like, ooh, yeah, that looks like it could be really good. Let me just quickly blend it out. It feels a little dry. I think you can see it right here, but it also doesn't have like a ton of coverage. Let's see how we do. So my goal is always, you know, a little bit here in the inner corner right here. I don't want to put too much corrector on, and I'm just going to use a small, clean, kind of fluffy-ish brush right here. I always have like my fingers crossed when I see new affordable things, but I don't really know how things work until I try them out. I got all of this on Ulta, and it took, of course, I ordered it like late December, so it was in the holiday rush, but I ended up getting it, and then it sat here for a while because I was not feeling well. But I'm feeling a little bit better and I'm ready to get back into filming. I feel like there is a noticeable difference between the side that I've done and the side that I haven't done, but I don't know that it's as good as maybe another concealer or, well, corrector. Let me just do the other side though. They feel a little dry. I'm curious as to how these are gonna wear for the long haul. I feel like I got some good coverage. I don't know that it's like the best coverage out of all the correctors that I have, but I have been looking for new and more affordable correctors. I have this one. I have one from e.l.f. and I haven't even tried it yet, but I got one of these guys here from LA Girl, and it's still in its like little shrink wrappy plastic. But I have been kind of on the hunt for under eye correctors from the drugstore. What's gonna work, what's gonna be the best. So I'll have to keep you posted, but let's put some of this on. I'm really hoping that this turns out to be, oh, hello. Ah, there we go. A much better fit for my 49-year-old skin than the one that I used to use that was in the black tube. And if you didn't know, this one is kind of like a hydrating version. You know how they have like the Camo concealer and the Camo Hydrating concealer? They did the same thing with their CC cream. I'm gonna probably thin it out because like one pump is kind of like a lot. We'll see. My goal is not to end up, I know it says it can give you full coverage, but I'm not that full coverage kind of person. I feel like the older I get, the more I try and really pack on the makeup, the more it really settles into my fine lines, and it brings out, you know, usually more of that, like I'm trying really hard look, or I've got a lot of makeup on look. And I don't mind people knowing that I'm wearing makeup. I'm never going for like the no makeup look. But usually what I don't want it to do is I don't want it to age me. I want it to look good. I want it to look like I'm trying, but I don't want it to look like I'm trying too hard. You understand the line there? So this is what 120N looks like all over the face. If you happen to kind of wear a similar foundation shade to me, I usually list the shade that I'm wearing in the description box, not just the product itself. But this one right here is Fair 120N. And I think it's good to know that it does look very neutral. I don't feel like it pulls too, let me just give you a little swatch here. I don't feel like it ends up pulling too warm or too peach or pink. I feel like it's a really good neutral shade, and I feel like it does a really good job of blending in from, you know, being a little bit more high coverage to this. I also like the way that it feels. It does feel kind of hydrating, and even though I have this on my face and I have it blended in, it still feels, I don't know, it feels like there's a little bit of skincare on my skin. It doesn't feel heavy per se, but I can definitely tell that I have something on there when I'm touching my face, not when I'm moving my face. Because you know, if you're wearing a foundation where you can feel it when you're moving your face, it's a heavy foundation. But this, I can feel it this way. It feels just ever so slightly tacky, but if you like cream products, I think you'd like the finish of this. I'm gonna powder parts of this down today, but I feel like, you know, that one pump, I used the whole thing, and it could be that I have a lot here in my bristles still, but I feel like it did a pretty good job. I was almost about to go in with a sponge, but let me just double check to make sure it looks good everywhere. I'm curious to see how this wears because I liked the initial look of the matte one, but long term it just didn't do me any favors. Okay, I might have gotten the wrong shade. This is supposed to be their fair neutral like concealer, because they made concealer as well as corrector sticks. Okay, this might not be the right color for me, but it's that's what I'm using today. All right. I better one eye at a time. If you're curious, this like ghastly light shade is the shade 01. The pink one is the 0.2 in pink. It's just called pink. But this one here is, yeah, it's just called pale. And I feel like it's even more than just pale. It's a lot of concealer. I don't know that I like the texture of this. I mean, I don't know that it's bad. I'll have to see how it wears. I'm worried that because it does feel like it's slightly on the drier side, that it's gonna make my under eyes ending up to look dry. And that's usually what I'm not going for. Because the minute something ends up being like on the drier side, it just brings out all the texture underneath my eyes, which is never what I want. Okay, I look like I got a little reverse raccoon going on here with like the light around the eyes. Let me see if I can even this out. You know, hit a couple spots down here, nose, maybe even bridge of the nose. I'm always a little bit concerned with stick concealers and correctors because the firmer texture that you need for it to be kind of in stick form doesn't always play well with my, 49-year-old under eyes. Or the skin in general. I do kind of feel like I'm seeing it kind of settle into like my pores in this area. I didn't see that with the foundation, but I am seeing that here with this concealer. And maybe me and this NYX concealer, I don't know. This is not what I had in mind. I feel like I was doing pretty good with the corrector and the CC cream, but the minute I put this on, and I don't know if it's because it's too light, and it's obviously too light, or whether I just feel like I'm seeing it. It's been on for a couple of minutes. It's not instantly settling into my under eye creases, which I think is good, and that bodes well for it, but I'm a little bit worried about what's gonna happen as the day progresses. Is this just going to end up looking drier and all the texture is going to be accentuated by this product? All right, give me a minute. I'll be back. Here's the finished look. If I'm thinking about this, this kind of has me excited for its potential as I continue to wear it, especially in the colder weather. I have combo skin, so not only do I have texture from crow's feet, fine lines, and larger pores kind of like in this area, I do tend to prefer something that's a little more moisturizing in the wintertime, because in the summertime, my combo skin tends to go a little bit on the oily side, and in the wintertime, I tend to be just a little bit dry. So this feels like this is going to be a potential good option. It depends on how it wears. Now, first impression, just by looking at it right now, I think it looks okay. Is it the best foundation I have? No, but I think it's looking pretty good. These guys, I feel like the pink one did pretty good underneath the eyes, canceling, but do I have something that's a little bit better than this? Yeah, I do. And I feel like this, maybe it's because I have the wrong shade, but I also feel like this just really didn't do me any favors. And I don't know whether it's the shade or the formula, but I I don't know that I'm gonna tell you to run out and try these. I'm gonna keep trying these, and if I don't really like them within the next week, I'll probably return them because ugh. The other thing I have been trying a lot here is the new lash extender from e.l.f. It's the mascara I have on today. I feel like, you know, I get some pretty decent lashes, and if I do like the crazy eyes, you can see like they're coming up pretty close up to here. It's really easy to wash off. It's a tubing mascara. I like that. I did put on the Halo Glow pink powder underneath my eyes and other places where I set my face in my T-zone. So a lot of drugstore and a lot of e.l.f. products today, and I chopped it off. I don't know. The more, look at this. The more I have these, the more I reach for them. And the packaging here, you're getting a 1/4 ounce, 0.25 ounces. A lot of the other lip oils, like these guys here from Milani, you're getting 0.13 or 1/6. So you're getting like double here. And look at the dent I've already made in it. I have been going to town. This one is called Jam Session. It's literally one of my favorites. I was like under the weather for a week. I was like, I'm not wearing makeup. I'm barely brushing my teeth and doing my skincare, but I had this in my pocket the whole time. And I think that's how I just kind of plowed through it. It's just, I was like perpetually reaching for this. All right. Thank you so much for watching today. I would love to know, has this caught your eye? Are you looking for kind of more affordable concealers or correctors at the drugstore? If you have some suggestions or some favorites, please let me know. I will link for you another drugstore video right here. And I will see you again soon. Thanks so much for watching. Happy New Year.